welcome. This is Such a Moan with Kitti. Part 2, we're doing something different. This is going to be our actual sewing machine session, or non-leather work. So what I'm here to figure out is I have this cute little bikini, or it's more of a boy shirts pattern, which I know looks a little large, but at the end of the day, when it's done, it looks phenomenal. So please keep in mind, this bikini thing, I made it before, I'll make it with you now, but I will make it in a different color. So this is the front, this is the back, and like this is a large back. I know, it's supposed to be high-waisted, it is like a French cut pattern, or French cut high-waisted. So it's a reversible pattern, so I can make it reversible, or I can make it single-sided. So I've a couple different options today for it. I'm really partial today for the crushed velvet. Okay, so I have this gray silver, or I have this like fuchsia purple, which I'm kind of leaning more towards the purple. So what do you think? Bikini and gray? Bikini and purple. Or bikini bottom and purple. I think I'm gonna go probably with the purple just because I feel girly. I'm not gonna make it double-sided. I'm only gonna make it single-sided just because I do not. It does take extra time for those. So I will do a reversible side with you guys, but I want to do a single-sided first. Make it simple, make it easy. The only thing that bothers me about crushed velvet, it moves a lot. It drives me insane. Okay, so be nice about it. It's a slight irritation with the velvet, but I still have it. I still want to use it. I am going to work past the constant move when you're trying to use it. So sewing is not going to be the hard part. Cutting is going to be the hard part. That's what's the pain in the butt. But you're here, and we'll get through it together. Let's fold this crushed velvet. Trying to figure out where I should put this on in the interim. I've used this for another project, so this is a large cutting or a small cutting from it. So, aside. Let's move you back. And pins. So single-sided, so I don't need a cutout. Only more than, let's see. Let's back this up. See what it's down here. Okay. Oh no, I wonder what I made out of this. Okay, let's trim this up, let's clean it up. That's bothering me. My most recent new roller. Finally get to use it. It is a 6x24 quilting one. Okay, so this one is yellow. This one is green. And it was the glow in dark more. I kind of waited a couple extra days to get this one in, just for all the little extra bells and whistles. Okay, let's trim up all this little loose edge stuff. Rotary tool. I've been using left-handed scissors. I love them. I purposely do. They're left-handed and they work great. These are made specifically for the cloth as well. But since I got the rotary tool, I won't have to mess with the scissors as much. Let's start with the top. It's dropping. Okay. In the past, cut this on working other stations. I need to figure out one that I'm happy with, but we're working on it. Perfect. Okay, so this variation with leather, I have to go over like 3 or 4 times back and forth just to make sure I get a nice deep cut, because sometimes the leather is deeper than that ridge right there, so I have to go over and over. Boy, this cloth, it's a breeze. Can't believe I didn't get one of these earlier. I've waited a couple years obviously on this. I was like, oh, it's impulsive. I'm like, I got it last couple weeks ago. I'm actually impressed. Like, no, I understand the hype on it. I thought it was just like excessive. I'm like, yeah. I need another. I need another sharp tool to work with. And I'm like, I have scissors. I have razor blades. I have this. Why do I need a rotary tool? I'm like, oh, the circle does make it just a smidge bit easier. Oh, not gonna lie, that sound is beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna move this on down. Just taking off. I am not getting rid of this. I'm keeping this because these cute little sections I could use for something. And I'm like, oh, I think my bikini's sitting inside this. So I think I'm going to leave my bikini top here because I'm making obviously the bikini bottom right here, the high-waisted bikini bottom. So let's go see about my hips are here, so it's supposed to have a nice cut length from all the way up. So that is what I'm trying to do. Or that's what it's kind of look like more. When it's done, you'll see definitely more was like, but this, I'm gonna put aside over here, that I know to use it later. For the second portion. So, all right, looking good. Let's go with this. Oh my gosh, this is heavy as molasses. And this is a 4-way stretch, so I don't really need to worry about a bias. Sure, most of them are like, okay, look at the pattern, where does it stretch, okay, and cut along the bias. But we're not along the bias if you don't want to stretch. But since this is a 4-way stretch, like a magenta crushed velvet color, I want to make a skirt out of this. I think I might be doing that too. So let's get the pattern first. Let's not get overly zealot. And then smooth and under control. Okay. And I'm not putting in any 1/4 seam elastic in this either. I've put elastic in a lot of my clothing, especially in bikinis or stuff, but I'm not going to put it in this just because it has the 4-way stretch already in it. I don't need to add more elastic to make it even more stretchier. I'm good. So, and it also says allow 1/4 seam. I might not. Probably will. Because I probably cut it, I know I'm cutting it large, but I might end up sewing it as a medium. So, but maybe not. Going. Oh. Okay. So, just in case you're like, why do we need these like silly see-throughs? I can see the pattern and I can go at 1/4. Before, I used this round ruler because I was really persistent on not getting these omni grids because I was like, I'm not doing it. It's silly. I got the eye. I don't got the eye. Don't got the hand. I need help. This is the kind of ruler I was using. I'm like, no, how can I measure at 1/4 and keep it even and whatnot? It was only straight lines, but I didn't always get the extra 1/4 that I was requesting. So this omni grid, a lifesaver. Or surprisingly for me, I'm like, I didn't know. And then Rachel. So let's go for it. Oh, pins. Oh, it's included, but I always see myself an extra. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Move that out of the way. And since it's 4-way stretch, there's no really creases really in this, so I really don't need to iron it either. Because I would have ironed this before, but I already made an assumption that this is a 4-way stretch, and 4-way stretch doesn't need the ironing. So let's. Do I have it perfectly? No, I do not. I see a willow wand. Where is this? As many as you need. Let me get that extra corner. Ooh, nope. Lay it down nicely. There. Alrighty. Let's use this one first. Let's see how far I can get. I do see myself having a smidge too many pins now. Okay. So I've got each of the little ends here, here and there. All right, so if I cut this side out first, I'll have it released from the rest of, if I cut right here, I'll release from the rest of the material, and then I'll be able to at least free up some desk space. So that is what I'm going to do. There we go. There we go. Oop. It is not fully released. Oh, darn. There we go. Fully released. Fold this up real quickly, or nicely at least. What am I calling this? Okay, here we go. The corner here. Just for the moment, because I'm going to have to cut out the top in a second. So. And now lid is cut out the other side. I'll just lay that out back down nicely so I can see. Okay, so all right, there we go. It is completely messed up. So let us see if I can salvage. Let's see. I might be able to, but I might have to remake the pattern. There we go. Got a little bit of a hiccup in it, which was already cut out, surprisingly. Let's flip, take this out. It is only off a smidgy, which we'll have to flip and correct. That's how we're going to modify this in the interim. There we go. There we go. Gently. Come on. Perfect. Okay. So I was able to salvage the situation. Just a little bit of trim, and I'm okay. I'll just retape the pattern. Move this aside, or other side. And then now we have the top. Let's get rid of the excess. We'll be folding the edges over and sewing them. So you're wondering, there's a little bit of a struggle. So I'm like, I know, it'll be folded over. Folded this nicely, so hopefully working with it later is going to be easier. Yep, found it. So I got the edge over here. So how much do I want to utilize these weird wonky corners? No. Let's go with, no. We're gonna fold it over this time. So I don't have to, oh, if I'm doing that means I can do something completely different. I don't know. I'm gonna look at this here for real quick. All right. So if I look at it like this, I'll flip it like this. And there was something here before, I'm guessing. No. Yeah, you're right. There is too much material here to, like, I don't think my desk can handle it. All right. We're just picking the same, or this is the right corner that I need. There we go. No, screw it. I'm only going to do one side because the more I look at this, the more frustrated I'm getting. Oh, there it is. I was like, I just lost it. Okay. There we see. Beautifully laid out. We can do it both ways, but I'm going to do it this way because due to the excess material that I have, it is cumbersome. Just to move this around. And just FYI, this velvet's heavy. so the goal for this again is to cut it out from the material, or the side material as much as possible, so I get rid of the excess first, or the material I'm not using. It's creating this heaviness. Get each of the corners, because you're gonna get each of the corners, you know, they're gonna lay flat, and that is usually the issue. The skin needs to lay flat. All right, that should be good. Oh, it's the ruler. Okay, so technically when I have it down like this, I barely get 2 millimeters in. So of course I'm not cutting through. Okay, wow. This bites. All right. So we're doing each of the corners. Now let's cut it out from here, and then we're should be a lot easier. All right. Oh, darn. Okay, so gentle and slow is the way to go. So I figured this out for. Okay. All I need is some more practice. I can do it. Let's see. There we go. Darn it. See, it's the ruler. Like, I didn't use the ruler and I got it to cut nicely. I used the ruler and it's running it over, and I'm not really running it over. This is learning lessons. Alright. Excess, trash. Okay, let's take the pins out. cut off the squirrely parts. The razor blade now. Top. That's gone there, and this squirrely part right here. There we go. Smooth move. And it's coming along. So we did make a variation in the last one with the back. We made the ends a smidge shorter just because I had to compensate for something. So I have to go back, measure, fold evenly. Ooh. Oh, wrong sides. Let's measure how many inches I left this at. 3.5, and then this is what? I gotta get up 1/8 of an inch. So we'll lay that on top. Right there. So you're looking at it, the bottom, the top is on the bottom, and the bottom is on top. Now that we're looking at this, you see what we folded over, and you see the slight variation right here in the tail, in the ends. So I'm going to pin it to fix it, or to make it match the other side on the ends. So I pin them down. There we go. I am going back to okay, that's a little off. Smush that back into place. There we go. 3.5. It's right there. There we go. There. Altered the pattern just a smidge bit more. Tapered it a smidge since I had to take off 1/8 of an inch. Now, let's remeasure it to make sure the slope looks nice. Okay. Looks even. There we go, that little edge. Okay, cool. So, slightly more dramatic, but no worries. And as long as it's 3.5 and lines up nicely, yep, looks beautiful. Still looks beautiful there. Let's measure it out here. 3.5. 3.5. All right, let's flip the, this is the top, back over, face it down. And then that lines up with that nicely on the ends. Yes, it does. And so that still lines up. And that we're looking at it. Yes. Okay. It looks pretty good. As I said, I'm going to roll the edges, do a 1/4 seam on the edges all the way around, or on the ends. Then I'm going to sew together back to back, and then I'm going to roll the top together. So that is my pattern. Let me fix this real quickly because this is slightly sudden here that I did that to it. There we go. So, pattern is fixed. Let's tape that edge a little bit more. It's pattern has been fixed. So move it back up so we can put it away. We have our bikini bottom, French cut bikini bottom pattern right here. Just lay it out nicely. So this there, and let's clean up what I've done. I'll need that. Let's fold the pattern. Then move it back over here. Ta-da! Put that on the side. Let's place the pattern here. And we'll scooch you back a smidge. Plug her in. All right. I'm not going to need this anymore, so I can go to the normal scissors. Station. All right. I don't think I'm going to need this. It helped when it did. So. Good. Now, to evaluate the next few steps of our journey, I currently have black thread on. Obviously, I have magenta, purple, pinky, purple coloring. So, how I'm going to change out my machine and go from there. And then we also have to test it out as well, which we'll use this material, scrap material here, to make sure the tension is correct as well. Because got a purple here. It's a little bit dark purple. So I got a pink. A pink bobbin, which could work. Oh, it's my wrong one. Colors. So this is the color we're matching. Pink bobbin there. I think wait a minute, it's almost too light. Nope, I got my purple. All right, and then there's this pink. I just don't like having a pink bobbin on the back. So black is a fully black bobbin. Just redid this, so let's put this aside. Whoop. And then I also have this gray bobbin, which is emptier. I might have to find a new one, empty completely. So take that off. keep the thread organized. Alright. I do have a brand new bobbin right here, but will it fit? Okay. We'll try it. So I'll put the pink and the gray one off to the side because I have an idea I might be needing it again. Seam ripper. You never know when that comes in handy. My lovely little ruler. We're going to put it at 1/4 of an inch. The pink is where it usually stops. The little, you see that little hole right there? That's where you can put the needle through on the machine to help you measure out proper spacing. But we may be using it for that capacity exactly. So let's thread the new bobbin and let's see. I currently have the setting at 5 for the tension. I'm gonna leave it there because I was working with some other material, lycra based material, and it was also stretchy non-woven material, and the tension on 5 worked fine because I was working with the tension. I actually loosened it and it wasn't working. So I'm gonna leave it at 5, see what happens. I'll show you what the product was so you have an idea of like, okay, it's gonna work or it's gonna not, or you see where we're like, okay, why wouldn't be changing it? So let's get the bobbin going. Nicely threaded. Turn the machine on, as you see the light. Not engaged, pull it towards you. It engages. And now, hold the thread out and gas pedal. Ooh, wrong direction. So you see what I'm doing. It's spinning the opposite direction that I've threaded, so that means I need to take off the bobbin and let it thread the other direction. Pull it back out. I have an old Singer machine, but it's cast iron. I'm not getting rid of it. Perfect. Let's go and bring it back over here. Lift this up. And here's our bobbin. Kind of full, not too much. Let's put this back on. And as I said, I'm going to thread this through my machine. It tells me my instructions. So that is what I'm going to do. And then we'll address the bobbin again. I like to thread the machine. And remember, needle up, always up to turn it up before you thread it through your machine. So everything is proper placement for the thread to catch on all the hooks that's stuck behind your machine. So foot up and the needle up for all the hooks to be aligned, to reduce the idea of bunching issues And also needle. I'm aware of my purple needle for my sewing machine. The purple one is a 2045 16th inch needle, universal ballpoint. Ballpoint does, I can use with a non. So I have a yellow and I have the universal needles for everything else. But my knits, my fabrics, my spanky stuff, use purple. That I have on hand up there. So thread is already into the machine, and there we go. Listen, there's a little hook, catches onto. Pull it aside. Let's see. Yeah. It only took one try. There we go. Make sure the foot's tight, everything's tight, secure. Now, roll it towards you. Like, how do you do that? How does it always get catchy? You gotta roll it towards you. Pull the top thread. Ta-da-da! Perfect. It did not. Ooh, that actually didn't work. Okay, so I'm using a different type of bobbin, and I think it just got caught. So I think I already noticing the end of my beginning of my frustrations. So let's try it again. Oh, it did it again. Okay. Okay, we put the foot down, the plate in, and try it again. Maybe the plate helps. Oh, the plate helps to catch. I see issues in my future with this bobbin because it's not usually the normal bobbin. Is that after it's a it's not an original, it's more like aftermarket bobbin. So some of the aftermarket bobbins don't work as well. Like the normal bobbins that came with this machine and for this model, if you look at them, they're beveled look to them, they're rounded a smidge. That one was flat. So that tells me not that well made. But we'll go with it, we'll test it out. If not, toss it. It's not worth any frustration. Like, oh, you're gonna fix it. It's plastic. You're not really gonna fix much of it. It's already made to what it was. I mean, so you're basically ruining the integrity of your sort of sewing on it or sandpapering it. So we have the machine lined up. I have a straight line. I have already set it here, about 2 inch length of a 2 for my machine. 2 5 tension. So we'll stitch. You won't be able to see it because it's old fashioned by notes here. And so it's ready to go. Let's test it out. Let's make sure it doesn't bunch. Let's give you a better view of there. Scissors are ready. Pedal. I got you. Foot's down, ready to go. It doesn't usually sound like that. Okay, so that's 2 things. 1 is tension, 2 is bobbin. Let's see. Okay. Look at that. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Let me cut it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's a wadded mess. So, let's first address the tension. Let's look at the bobbin. The bobbin, the bottom doesn't look bunchy, so we'll leave the bobbin alone for the moment. Ooh, doesn't want to turn either. It's not smooth. That might be it also as well. All right, now, remember I showed you my tension is at where, this is my tension. So right now I'm at 5. And it's, should I go down or should I go up? I mean, like, good question, right? Like, troubleshooting. Okay, let's unthread it from the machine. And let's turn the machine on for a second. It's really bunchy. So let's go to a 2, because it is very thin material. So with the 2, if it doesn't fix in a 2, we'll go back, or I'll test it out, right? Or spitballing. What it could be. Cut out the junk and try it again. It's only one piece of material. It should be tension shouldn't be a problem. That's basically what I'm saying. So tension's back at 2, and it's threaded. Foot is up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, foot is up. Needle is up. Try it again. Okay. Tension 2. Foot down. Hands out. And pedal. Ooh, now it's not even moving. Lift. Okay. I think it just made it worse. So 5 and 2, I'm gonna go to another number. So I'm gonna let's try 6. Let's go back to 6 for a 7 on the tension. And if it still doesn't fix it, I'm blaming my bobbin. I'm gonna try to do bobbin. I'll de-thread or unspindle the pink or that gray bobbin, and we'll do that purple instead. Cause okay, 7 it is. No, you know what? Wait. You see what I'm doing? It's the number 7. This is my tension. I had it at 2, had it at 5, now I'm at 7. I mean, haha. Okay. Now it's threaded. One more time. Thread it through. Oh. I think I'm going to blame the bobbin next. It just popped. All right. And if this doesn't fix the tensions, I'm blaming my bobbin. Play with the bobbin too much. There we go. Let's go again. Foot down, hand out. Let's try it again. is my bobbin. Okay, my thread broke. And it's still a mess. This is why we don't go into a project to full steam ahead sometimes. It was working. Sometimes it's always the material. All right. I don't like you, bobbin. So clean you up, clean this station up. And then I'm going to unravel which one's least? The gray. Keep the gray thread, but put it aside for the moment and rethread this purple. We'll reuse the gray, it's just, I'm not dealing with this. Okay, so let's clean up all this experimental mess. All right. That wasn't too much, actually. So we'll put that aside. Put that back on later. Our nicely beveled shape bobbin that I need. All right. Now, so you can see the difference again. See how flat that's not working, and you see how round that one is. That just little shaping means a lot. So you're like, okay, you have two bobbins, bobbin on bobbin. I really just want to transfer into this bobbin, so I'm going to set it up, tail end, put it back on the machine, and transfer. Pop. Turn it on. Ooh, wrong direction. I always seem to do that. Actually, I need a pencil or a dowel or something. Okay. So, now I know why I was sitting there in the first place. Now that I have a full bobbin, purple, right size bobbin and everything, let's get back. Breathe, red. There we go. Where are you? Come on. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna leave it at 7, the tension, just because now that I've created a new thing, I don't want to keep changing. So I change one thing on it, test it, and then let it go back to the tension. Because I've done that to myself a couple times, keep changing things and not testing them before changing them. Change one variable at a time. Identify all the problems, but change one at a time. Perfect. They're both threaded nicely. Pull that behind. Here we go, our test strip. Pedal, let's go. It was my bobbin. Because that is how it's supposed to sound. Turn. Turn. Ooh. Oh. That's not good. Found another dilemma now. So, my thread is splitting now. This is a woven thread. It's splitting. This isn't good. So you have an idea of what I'm talking about? If you see just how, see that right there? It just came up. I mean, like, what? Okay. All right, let's. Bobbin is fixed. The back end is fixed. Now, I think my tension might be a little too tight. Oh my gosh. I just popped a stitch. Usually use it after surgery. Like, oops, I just popped a stitch. No, I'm talking literally. I popped a stitch. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's thread this. Pull the back thread back out. And let's move it back to 5. Let's go in between 4 and 5. Yes, I know that's a dramatic difference, but we'll find out. Let's see if it works. See if that relaxes the tension just enough. Now they're both threaded. Let's try one more time, possibly 2, at least, before we'll work on our actual project. Need to get the machine calibrated, set up for the material, and the tension for the material. This is important to me. It looks great. It's doing it again. Okay. All right, let's cut higher up then. This is not, I'm worried of, or is it the entirety of the thread now is diminishing as we further get along on the bobbin, which technically it shouldn't, should be consistent throughout on the side, not the bobbin, I mean the large bobbin itself. I mean, it doesn't look any weaker than or stronger than the rest of it. Alright, so color 5868 is what I'm using. 5865. It's pretty purple. It's like a lilac. Okay. Looked at it. Let's try it again. Let's rethread it. Back though. The back popped just as fast, basically. So we'll keep the tension the way it is and try it one more time. If the thread breaks again, I'll reduce the tension then. I just want to make sure. Insanity. Try it at least twice, right? It is the tension. It's now so tight, it's cutting the thread still. So I have between 4 and 5. I'm going to reduce it to at least 3 now. Because I'm in the middle of it. I'm just starting to see it starting to fray again. I'm like, what? All right. Pull the thread out. Move the dial down. There we go. Again. The tension. I thought it was the tension, so I played with the tension and I realized when it went up too high, I was breaking the thread at a 7. Since the 3 is looking fantastic, and let's double check this at the back now to confirm. The first issue was the bobbin, the second issue was the tension. Both were right. This stitch looks phenomenal now. Okay, let's just show you. I even want to move it down to like almost like a little bit more of a 2. Okay. So we can even barely see it now. But if you look at the back, that's my back. That's awesome. Okay. The ditch foot. Is it gonna fold it as I put it over? It might. Yeah, let's try this ditch foot. I have a couple different ditch foots that I bought for different projects. So that's my next project we're going to come to when making sure to calibrate the machine properly for the thread, for the material, making sure the right needle is everything perfect, and make sure you use the right tools. This is the normal foot that I usually use for most things. I think I'm doing edging, I'm folding it over. I might use this. So put it on, and play with it, see how it goes. Let's keep testing it with this. I want to fold it nicely we'll fold this way so the rounded edge is out towards me, and so I can see what the heck this does.
She need food?
I have not yet fed the pig. No, I have not.
Okay.
So, let us, I like this little edge here. How do I get that to work to my advantage? So what I mean by that little edge, see this little cute little foot thing? I love that. All right. So I'm going to actually do it differently. I'll roll it out so it's facing out instead for the footing. Whoop. Roll in. Let's see if this will be helpful to me because I've yet to use it. Okay, foot down, and will this help me keep a straight line? Let's see. Hand holding both the threads over so it doesn't pull. Actually, I think it might actually help me. Let's look at a virtual line. Let's see if this stitch foot would help. Obviously, this is not going to be a completely straight line. I just want to play with it. Ah, okay. Flip needle up. Let's. Okay. Nice rounded edge on that. Still didn't get to use exactly what that meant for. Let's try it again. Maybe. No. Let's try it this way so it looks like this way. Come on, there we go. Let's try something like that. No, it just keeps it down. And let's see how it is. 1/4 of an inch. Oh, this is what I'm going to be using then for sure. Okay, bam. Okay, so that's that. It is a stitch with a ditch foot. But keep everything together. And this is my hemming foot. I think that's what I was thinking I was wanting. Let's get a hemming foot. I'm like, no, I have more than that. No. A lot of little foots. Keep the foots in sync. I'll brag the cayman because I'll never up there. Or I have a forgetfulness about me. So this is my 6mm hem foot. So that is what I wanted. I wanted to basically have this go through here and hem it as it goes. So let's see if I can get that to work. Let's test that out. Because this is a new tool that I have yet to work with. Put in tray, do not lose it. Okay, let's see. Okay. It's not easy to thread when it's on. So, looks like I might have to push it through a little bit to get it started. Okay. It was right, okay. Oh. I need my awl. That's what I need. Okay. So, frustration has hit a new high point. My fingers are too big at the moment to handle this. I think I'm getting a little peckish. So, I'm going to let you go. And I will continue working on my machine and figuring out my new ditch foot. Or, apologize, hammer foot. So I can test it out on my new bikini bottom. So, thank you for joining. Like, subscribe, check out the YouTube channel. And this was Stitch and Moan with Kitti. Working on my new bikini bottom. Crushed velvet, magenta.